I went to Washington Dulles Airport to fly to New York to start my career or whatever. And the guy at the check-in counter, he was like, "You're Sam Riegel? I've been following your career in theater all over."
Whoa!
And he's like, you're going to New York to do a show, aren't you? And I was like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "Good luck. We're all counting on you."
And then you started a musical number immediately after that.
It was amazing.
That's very...
You young man, are you going to New York?
Yeah. And it's just like a musical when you arrive with two suitcases and put them down.
Yeah.
I'm here. I've made it.
What a beautiful world. It's so dingy and bright. Hello.
Hi. The couch seems smaller yet larger at the same time.
Yes, it does.
Hi.
Guess what we're doing?
What are we doing?
For those that are listening and not watching, we are sitting here with our very good friend, Sam Riegel.
Sam Riegel. It has been days, weeks, months. I don't pay attention to the passage of time.
What if I just don't talk so the podcast listeners don't believe you?
Could you imagine?
We'll be doing an interpretive dance.
I'm Sam Riegel.
Sam Riegel.
I get that wrong.
Some people know me as Sam Riegel because I don't even remember how it started. Somebody miss.
I do.
Oh, tell me then.
I don't think I should, though. I don't think we should say it out loud.
Why? There's someone who fucked up my name.
Wasn't it?
Oh, we can't say?
Cut this out.
Just say it. We'll bleep it. We'll bleep it.
It was Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast. You're right.
You don't have to bleep that out.
They have your name.
They
like,
did. They had it
thing.
wrong on like a gift.
Yes.
I think.
Which
it's normally my name that's fucked up, which is Taliesin Jaffe, by the way.
My name has been fucked up. Robbie's name has been fucked up.
What's your name, out of curiosity?
Yours is so easy.
I think they forget an E in Ashley.
Ashley Johnson?
Yes.
We haven't actually said anything that we're on a podcast right now.
Ashley Birch.
That's fair.
So So
yes, welcome to Weird Kids.
Welcome to Weird Kids, Sam.
Hi.
So we have a tradition.
Oh, what's that?
Okay. So I would like you to place this on top of your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our tradition is...
Wait, I thought I was the first guest on the show.
You're the first guest,
You're technically not, because we've had somebody else on the...
I was told I was the first guest.
It was technically a crossover, but so this is just what we've started doing.
All right.
It's normal.
Sorry. So, a tradition is we start every episode with
like in my mouth.
an improvisational song.
There.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just if you want to you can pick any percussion instrument. You can pick a tempo. You can pick let's see what this is awful sounding. I'm really sorry.
And I make up a rap
You make up a rap.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Here we go. I'm waiting for the downbeat. Does it have a downbeat? Okay, here we go. What, yo? Here we go. Ready? It's. Wait, stop! It stopped! The beat stopped!
That was great.
Wait, that's it?
You nailed it. Do you want to give it another
No,
go?
I think that was good. I was waiting for the downbeat.
What's
and it
so
never
crazy
came.
is-
It never came.
That actually is not a tradition. We've never done that before.
We just know
I'm
that you
really
don't
sorry.
read emails or watch our show.
You tricked me.
We knew you didn't watch the show, and I was trying to frighten you, I guess.
Well, you intimidated me. Now
I'm so sorry.
I respect you as the alpha now.
Oh, thank you. That's really what I was trying to do here. So, in the spirit of Weird Kids, we've been talking about the past 23 episodes about us growing up in the world of child acting.
Yes, you both have. Yes.
And you also
I
were
did.
a child actor.
I did. I was a child actor just like you guys, except possibly less successful.
I disagree with you.
Your theater. It was a different.
You
It's
were
a
a theater
different. It's a
kid. You
different
were a real
world.
actor.
I did theater. I did a lot of shows. I did, I think, 26 shows before I was 12 years old.
What?
Yeah, I did a lot of shows.
All theater?
Yeah. Dinner theater, local theater. I did a bunch of dinner
You
theater.
did dinner theater? I
did.
Oh,
How was
wow.
that?
That was my first professional. So first I started doing community theater in like DC and Northern Virginia. Then I went to the big leagues, dinner theater at the Lazy Susan Dinner Theater in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Whoa!
Wow.
Making $10
Wait.
a show.
Where were you born?
I was born in Washington, D.C. And
I don't know if I knew this.
I did not know that either.
the first 4 years of my life I lived in D.C. and then we moved across the river, the Potomac.
Do you remember living in DC?
I do.
You
We
do?
lived on East Street Northeast.
Wow.
And I remember we lived in a little brownstone, a little thing, and there was a tree in front of our little house, and
You
I
had a
think-
tree?
I mean, it was a city, but there was a tree.
Cool.
I think it was very dangerous.
Wow.
In my neighborhood, we moved to the suburbs. We moved to Arlington, Virginia, and I did theater, and I did Oliver at the Lazy Susan Dinner Theater, and then I did
What was your first?
my first professional show was Oliver at the Lazy Susan.
What was your
Dinner-
first non-professional?
I was an Oompa Loompa in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Also tracks.
Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
How
yeah.
old were you?
4?
So how did
All
this
right.
end up happening? Were your parents?
My mother, my stage mother, Lenore Riegel.
Shout out
Mama.
to Lenore Riegel.
She was directing community theater at in DC, and she put me in the shows. I did that show with her. I did, I don't know, Pirates of Penzance. I did, I don't know, a whole bunch of shows at community theater. Then I started doing dinner theater, and she would drive me around to all these shows. Sometimes I was in 2 shows at the same time.
How did you do that?
So, Pippin.
wow.
The little boy in Pippin is only in the first act. And in Camelot, the little boy in Camelot is only in the second act.
No.
So I would do the first act of Pippin at the Burn Bray Dinner Theater
What?
and then be driven 40 minutes across Northern Virginia
Sam.
to the Harlequin Dinner Theater and do the second act of Camelot and then be driven back to Pippin for curtain call.
What?
Yeah.
So that's 80 minutes of travel just every night?
To make $20 because $10 a show for each show.
Did you like it?
I fucking loved it.
You did?
It was the greatest.
What would you do for those 40-minute rides?
My homework.
You would do your homework?
in a car, in a moving car.
In a moving car. And sometimes if I didn't have any homework because it was the summer or whatever, my mom bought this portable television. It was black and white. It was like 3 inches.
oh, the one with the, like
Yeah.
a radio?
It had a
God,
an
I remember
antenna.
those.
Watch TV.
And I would watch TV in the back seat of the car.
Oh, buddy.
Sometimes
Wow.
we would drive, I think we had a Bronco, that old kind of car.
Oh, yeah.
There was
I love
only,
Broncos.
there were no seat belts in the back or something.
was-
Were they
That's
they might have
typical.
just been lying to you about. She could have just been lying to you
They were
about
just
the
tucked into
seatbelts.
the
They were
seat.
tucked in and there
Yeah,
was too much
I don't
work
know.
to get
We
them
got
out.
pulled over a few times for me not wearing seatbelts or her not wearing seatbelts or I don't know.
At that time, it was like,
it was
"Ah,
a
who
different time.
cares?"
Yeah.
Wow.
Two shows the same night is
How
kind
long
of
did
throwing
that,
me.
Yeah. How long did that last for?
For years. And then
For years?
I mean, yeah, I was doing lots of different shows. I did Oliver twice. I did Pippin twice. I did
Chorus or like name parts.
some. I mean,
You were singing. I
Pippin. There's
assume.
only one kid in
Yeah.
the show, so I was that kid. Oliver,
Oliver.
I was chorus, and then I think I was the Artful Dodger from one of them.
Consider yourself. Going for it.
I did all sorts of. I did ballet. I did the Nutcracker every winter
What?
at the Washington Ballet. I did, and then I hit the big time because Les Mis came to town and was looking for a local kid to be in Les Mis at the Kennedy Center, and they had a big audition thing that was publicized, and there's news footage of it, and they chose 2 local kids, one girl, one boy, to be in Les Mis, and I was the boy.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
I have
We
many
footage.
questions.
Don't we
but
have
yes,
footage of this?
I have many questions, but first
We have
I need
footage
some-
of this audition, and I've actually seen.
Yeah,
Yes.
wow.
That's the director, Richard J. Alexander.
Nitty gritty, ear to the ground.
Wow.
That's me auditioning.
Look
Yep.
at you.
Yep. That is.
Gavroche is the youngest
What are you
of the French
singing?
Revolution.
That's singing
Consider yourself at
Consider
home. That's the
yourself.
Artful
Oliver.
Dodger.
He has a heart of gold.
But I was so shy and nervous, I was barely moving. He kept saying to me, he stopped me, and he was like, no, you gotta move more. Move, use the space, move around. And I was like, okay. And I would
you
do it again.
embarrassed?
I was just, there was cameras there.
Look at
There
you,
was
your
like
little
12
hand is playing with your
people.
pocket.
It was big, and I was scared.
That's a squash court there. That's very large.
Yeah, and I tried to
so
move a
nervous?
little, and I didn't. And so finally, he got up out of the chair, and he started chasing me around the room.
No way.
Yeah.
I've worked with that vibe
Yeah,
director
there he
before.
goes.
Yep. They're like, yep,
Look
yep,
at you
yep.
go,
Get moving,
though.
get moving.
Yeah,
Oh, but you connect with it.
I did.
It's a very kinetic
I
part too,
moved.
so you do have to hop around a lot.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Oh, this is just fantastic.
What a great director.
He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also, there's a death scene in Les Mis for the kid, and you have to really feel pain.
Yeah.
So he would punch me.
What?
It was probably child abuse.
Wait.
He would
what?
punch. He was
where
like, "No,
would he
you got."
punch you?
Look, this is the scene where the death scene, right? So he would
How
say
old
like,
are you?
This explains
11. 11.
Oh, no.
So he would, hey, Ashley, Taliesin, don't act like you're like I'm the only one here who was abused as a child.
No,
by-
no,
We've
fair,
literally
fair.
done 23 episodes.
No,
talking about it.
we're well aware. We know our
Yeah,
damage.
so he would be like, you don't seem in pain enough. And I was like, okay, I'll try again. And I would try again. And he was like, not painful enough. And he would just punch me as hard as he
Yikes.
could in the arm, in the leg. He hit me in the head, in the forehead once.
What?
He was like, that's how it's got to feel. And I was like, okay.
What a different time. There's not, like, if you touched a kid now like that,
Yes.
you would be
By the way,
canceled forever.
I'm still friends with this gentleman. He's,
Do you bring this up ever? Remember when you used to hit me all the time?
It's pretty fun.
maybe I should next time I see
Maybe
him.
you
Yeah.
should. Wow.
Yeah.
So how long did you? Okay. When you were doing shows as a kid, was there a moment where you were like, "Oh, I love this and I want to do this for the rest of my life"?
I think for the first show. I mean,
Really?
Did you guys do theater?
I did theater. I didn't start in theater though. I did theater
did it
later,
later.
and I love it.
I mean, theater's the best,
Feels great.
especially as a kid, because you're around all these grown-ups who are sophisticated.
Yeah.
And like all the adults that were in these shows with me were in their 20s and 30s, and they were all like making out with each other.
Really?
and they had seen the world. Like I joined the tour of Les Mis, and so all these actors had been on tour with Les Mis, and so they had seen the world. They were cool, and I was friends with them. All my friends were grown-ups, and so
my God.
We talk about that quite a bit. Were you were you away from a normal school? Were you still going to like a school?
When I was on tour with Les Mis,
Yeah.
I had a tutor.
Sure.
It was on location education, which
Got
I
it.
think you guys must have used as well.
Quite a
Do
bit.
you have to do with theater? Would you have to do like 4 hours a day?
4 hours a day, 4
Okay.
days a week. I think it was
Okay.
16 hours minimum, which is not a lot.
That's not a
guys.
lot.
That's not a lot of school.
And I think they just, because it's just kind of almost one-on-one, or it's a small group of kids, they're like, they can get away with it.
Yeah, there was 4 of us in the show, and they would teach all of us at the same time. We were all in different grades. It made no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
And yeah, so I was away from school for a year and a half on the tour. And then when I got back to Virginia after the tour was done, I grew too tall. It was in my contract that if you grow
Wait, where did you go on tour?
26 different cities or something like that. I went
In the States.
in the States. We started in Tampa. Then we went to Orlando.
Awesome.
Then we went to Miami. Then we went to Atlanta. And we went all up and down. We went to Texas. We went to Minnesota. We went all Detroit, everywhere. Sometimes it would be 2 weeks in a city, sometimes 1 week, sometimes 3 weeks. I would always go to the different comic book store in each city and the different amusement park in each city.
Oh, now you got me.
Oh, cool.
It was so great. And then after the tour, so if I grew 2 inches, they were allowed to fire me. They let me grow 4 inches because I was really good. And then they were like, you're starting to get taller than some of the women in the show, so you got to go. And so I had to go back home to Virginia and go back to public school in Virginia.
How was that for you?
Awful.
Yay.
Okay, so
See,
how old
I'm
were you at
noticing a
that
trend
age?
here.
Yeah,
This is
there's a
great.
trend.
You guys did this too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're away from kids for that long.
Yes, and then you go back to
in,
kids.
They're
you realize
terrible.
they're so boring.
They're
awful.
They
yeah.
haven't been anywhere. They haven't seen anything. They don't have 30-year-old gay friends.
No,
And
they're not.
honestly, they're all kind of they're shitty about it.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're not cool about it. They're
Yeah, would
upset
kids
that
be
you're
mean
better.
to you? because
Oh
of
yeah,
what
they
you
would tease
did?
me. I had
Yeah.
long hair because from Les Mis, I kept my hair
man,
long,
this
so
is
they
so-
would tease me about that.
I feel this so much.
Yeah,
God.
When I went back to school, I remember I got into the. They let me on the junior varsity soccer team, and I was so excited. But even then, one of the kids on the soccer team was like, you're only in the soccer team because the coach is a theater fan. And I was like, what? Is that true? And then I couldn't enjoy myself because I thought I was like, it was like weird theater nepotism.
which isn't really a thing.
I think it's a thing.
That's not really a thing.
And then I got the Broadway cast of Sound of Music. I auditioned for and got in the Broadway show Sound of Music, and so I got to leave mid-school year, and I got to tell all my friends or not friends, all these people in school who were making fun of me. I basically got to flip them the bird and be like, "I'm out. I'm gonna go be on Broadway.
No.
F you guys. I'm out of here."
Man,
Yeah,
that's
and
the dream.
I went to the airport. I went to Washington Dulles Airport to fly to New York to start my career or whatever. And the guy at the check-in counter, I checked in. I turned in my ticket or whatever. I was 13 years old. He was like, "You're Sam Riegel? I've been following your career in theater all over."
Whoa!
And he's like, you're going to New York to do a show, aren't you? And I was like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "Good luck. We're all counting on you."
And then you started a musical number immediately after that.
It was amazing.
That's very.
You young man, are you going to New York?
Yeah. And it's just like a musical when you arrive with two
your two
suitcases and
suitcases.
put them down.
Yeah.
I'm here. I've made it.
What a beautiful world. It's so dingy and bright. Oh, man. So then,
You went real quick into that.
Wow.
Well done.
thank you very
Yeah.
much.
No, that
it's
was.
because it's
No,
it's
that was that
coming off of
energy
Sam.
was impressive.
Yeah.
Fun
So
times.
so at 13, so you get to New York. Mm-hmm. I know you continued in school, but you went to a different kind of school.
Yes. So that was 8th grade. So maybe I was 14. I can't remember.
I know
It's
we
all
all
hazy.
have
It's-
that little
yeah.
fuzziness. Yeah.
Whatever grade that was, I think it was 8th. I just didn't go to school anymore.
Okay.
That year. I just missed that year
Great.
of school. And then 9th grade came around and I re-enrolled at the Professional Children's School, which is a
school for
very
professional children.
It's very famous
it is. I think it is.
because I knew about it
Yeah.
from LA, of knowing about the professional children's school
wow.
in New York.
There you go.
And there are some very famous members.
Sure.
kids that have
I
gone
went
there.
to school with Macaulay Culkin, and all the Cosby kids were there.
Whoa.
And I'm trying to think. Tara Reid was
Whoa.
there. yes. The
Wait,
Tara
That is
Reid.
an inside joke happening right here.
Date?
I was such a loser. I was very close friends with Sarah Michelle Gellar at my school, who I was in love with.
You were?
Oh God, yes. And I was like her gay. I was like her gay best friend, except I wasn't gay. I think she just thought I was.
And you're like, if I can just be close to you,
Yes.
whatever you need
And
me
so
to
she
be.
would call me for dating advice, and I'd be like,
Choose me.
I mean, I'll go if you can't find anyone.
Try me on for size.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, that's some of the people right there.
Look at that.
Whoa. Oh, wait. Can we zoom in on this a little bit?
Boy,
Because some
I
of
don't
these.
think you're gonna know any of these people. Well, that's
Well, I don't know.
Richard Blake is there. He's a big Broadway guy, and that's that girl.
Wait.
Okay, so see me with the turtleneck.
Yes.
Then there's a girl to my right.
Is that Eden?
That's my sister Eden in front
With
of
the
me.
red hat?
Nice.
There's a girl to my right, and then there's a girl to her right. That's what's her name? Kristen.
Wait.
She was my first kiss.
She was your first kiss?
She was my first
Oh.
kiss.
Wow, you've just thrown that out on the internet. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I also kissed the other girl between us, but
This
that was
is
another
you're,
day.
Damn.
you're describing
Good for you.
a group of actors together is what you're describing.
Yeah.
There's a
Christy
lot of
Robinson?
making out.
Was that her name? Jesus, I can't remember. Chrissy McDonald. Chrissy McDonald.
There
Wow.
it is.
Yes, there you go.
There it is. Do you remember all of these other people?
Many of them. The guy to my left is, I think that's Matt Sears. He and I were in a boy band together called City Boys with a Z.
Wow.
It was
no.
me, him,
City Boys.
and then Richard Blake, who's in the red shirt over there.
Yeah.
Next to him is Jed Cohen. He was on Broadway in Secret Garden, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
show.
all a bunch of total dorky, nerdy
at these.
performing
That
arts
is
kids.
some baby theater kids right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we got to go through some of these
know
other
our-
photos. What is this picture of you? Are you wearing a Kangol hat?
Oh, probably. Oh, that's when I was a
Oh,
French.
no, you're wearing a beret.
I was a French pickpocket named Nuri on The Guiding Light, which is a soap opera that doesn't exist anymore.
This is so weird because this looks
I wasn't
so
gonna
much
say
like
it.
your boy.
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
oh,
it-
like
it
my
is.
son?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does look like him.
Like
Max.
I see. I didn't know if you wanted to say.
Yeah,
this.
no,
You can say his name.
Yes.
It's okay.
It looks so
He's
much like
in SAG.
Max. And he. Shout out to Max,
Oh, wow. Hi, Max.
who we love.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
I've been
look
thinking
at
it and
you.
not saying it.
Yeah, I did some soap operas. I did Guiding Light. I did Another World. I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Soap operas are okay.
Wait,
So this is
Did they film those in New York?
They filmed some of them in New York and some in LA. I did the New York ones. Yeah.
Okay, so you are one of. So did they shoot an episode a day?
Yes. In fact, they would sometimes do more than one a day.
What?
And you got
If
handed
they-
you got handed those pages and had to just fucking go.
Yes. Yes. So sometimes they would do 4 in a week. I'm sorry, 5 in 4 days if they wanted to have a 3-day weekend. But yeah, they were hour-long episodes. You had to immediately learn them. And what I found was the regulars on the show sometimes didn't really know the script. And so I would be doing my line perfectly because I rehearsed and remembered it.
Because you're like, I need to put the work in here.
And they would
don't even care anymore.
give me back a line that had nothing to do with what I had learned, and I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I got to roll with this.
Would you just roll?
You would have to, yeah. And then I loved doing soaps because at the end of the filming of the episode, they would know how long the episode is, and sometimes they'd be short a minute. They'd be short a couple minutes, and so they would be like, okay, and they'd pull in the main actors and be like, okay, we're gonna do a zoom in, or they would call it something. Basically, they would have one actor sort of look out into space, like intensely, like he was remembering something, and they would do a slow zoom in on his face so they could cut to a flashback of what happened in the episode yesterday to fill that minute, and then they would come back and he would just sort of be nodding like, yeah, I remember that, and then that would fill the rest of the show.
That is fantastic. God, soaps are a whole nother universe. That is,
Yeah, that's a
they
whole
are-
other. I would love to go to a soap set
Yeah,
Yeah,
and see
that's
how
fun.
it's how the
you should have my sister on the show. She was on a soap for 4 years.
We've been talking
We
about it.
have
We'd
talked
love
about
to
it.
have her on the show.
Yes.
We want to do a little more of this. We've got
Look
wait,
at the two
stuck
of you.
with each other, Sam. What is this?
So me and my sister Eden had a cabaret.
Oh,
Look at her tapestry vest. Wait, is that what this is? That's like a blossom vest.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
it is.
got a lot of Blossom, Punky Brewster vibe.
So
going
you
on.
had a cabaret.
Yeah, so we wrote a cabaret show. We, as actors, you're always trying to get ahead and make a name for yourself. And so my mom had this idea, like, you guys should have a cabaret act together, and people will come, and you'll get known around town, and you'll get better jobs.
Okay, wait. So when she presented you with this idea,
Yes.
she's like, I have an idea for you guys. You should have a cabaret. Were you like, ugh, okay? Or were you both like, this is a great idea. Let's get to work?
That
full Partridge
Really?
Family.
Yes, because this is all we
Your
knew.
hams.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah, this is all tracking.
God.
Yeah. So doing a cabaret seemed amazing because at the time, like the gigs that I was getting were mall shows where I was the mall Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've take a pause here because we've also talked about on this show mall shows.
Yes.
Which is something that people don't do anymore.
Oh, they don't exist anymore?
I don't think they exist
We
anymore.
don't think so. I think
Because
they're kind of gone.
I used to do them as well.
Oh, what did you do?
And they're just, I don't remember. I would just like go to a mall and I'd be like the like mayor of the week. Not mayor. Like
Mayo.
a parade or like
Yes,
you're doing a
different,
show.
There was different events at the malls that I would do shows at. So like we would do Santa's Arrival at the beginning of December. There was a big to-do about like, this is the day that Santa is going to arrive at the mall and he'll be there the whole month. But for his arrival, you do a big Christmas show. And so we would put on a Christmas show.
Fun.
We did the same thing for the Easter Bunny. We did the same thing. We also did this like touring thing for Thomas the Tank Engine where kids could come sit on Thomas the Tank Engine at their mall and we would do a show where we would sing the songs from Thomas the Tank Engine.
No
It was
way.
bizarre. Yes.
Okay, wait. I'm going to do
I'm
a
spending
side.
way too much of this with my mouth open.
Me too,
and
me
nothing
too.
happening.
And there's so many questions I have. Side note from this, because you are also a mall kid, and we just talked about this in the last episode.
a little bit.
What were your mall stores?
Oh,
Like if you could go back and you're like, I wish I could go back. Like I picked like Suncoast and like Warehouse Records.
I mean, I would buy my clothes at Structure, which does not exist.
Whoa!
I haven't heard Structure in so long.
God, I almost got a nosebleed from that one.
I forgot about that store.
And then I would always go into, but never purchase
Wait, I need to look
anything
up Structure.
at the, what was the leather place? There was a leather jacket place. Shit, what was it called? I would always go in there, but all
Just
those jackets.
genuine leather?
It was, yes. All the jackets were so cool, but they were all $300.
Burlington Coat
I could
Factory?
never afford
Yeah.
it, but it was so great.
It would look very odd on your
Structure?
frame too.
The Orange
That's, you know.
Julius. There was a piercing
Orange
pagoda.
Julius.
I did get my ears pierced at the piercing pagoda.
You did?
Well, one ear, because it was the 90s.
Oh yeah, you had to only do one.
Yeah.
You couldn't do both.
Yes.
Dang, Structure clothing. This is so funny to me.
Yep.
Incredible.
KB Toy Store.
Oh yeah, no, we
Yeah,
talked
we
about
got a
KB.
KB Toys.
KB and Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I missed my Hot Topic.
So you would do mall shows. Wait, so your cabaret?
Oh yes. So then we did
Yes.
a cabaret. Me and my sister. It was just us for an hour. We sang songs. It was called Stuck with Each Other. And
Great.
we were talking about how we're always together and we can't stand each other, but at the end of the show, you know what? We love each other. And then the big climax of the show, we sang some medley of songs and my mom came out on stage.
I love it. Your mom's like, I have a great idea. You guys should have a cabaret, and I'm going to be in the closing act.
And it was a big family reunion number thing to end the show. And we did the cabaret at different venues like 88 Keys and
Wow.
Don't Tell Mama and different cabaret venues, piano bars around New York. And I don't think it got us any attention, but it was fun.
Yeah, did you get that big part that you were wanting to get from it?
You.
Oh my God. That is amazing. So how long would these go on for?
We would just do it for like one or two shows and then take a month off and then do one or two shows. And it was like a big, it was like a special. It was like a special event.
Were any of these recorded?
Oh, sure.
So there are copies that exist in the world.
Looks like we're stuck. stuck with each other. What rotten luck. Stuck with each other.
So do we
Did you
have
write
to?
these?
I think that was an original song written for us for the show.
What?
I don't remember.
So do we have to bother you to get this, or do we have to bother your mother? 'Cause-
Probably mom.
will
okay,
have
mom,
this.
She'll have
mom will
it.
give
Yeah.
it to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
loves that.
So I have a question because
Yeah,
dinner
this is-
theater fascinates me.
Yes.
So
Dinner theater is real theater, but people are
With
eating.
the sound of chewing.
yeah, how is that?
Well, the Lazy Susan Dinner Theater in Woodbridge, Virginia, it didn't have air conditioning, and we were
Oh no.
we were doing these shows in the summer, so it was very hot, and it's all old people that come to the shows, and so every performance, someone would faint or have a heart attack.
I was really hoping.
Oh
So we would be hearing, like the clinking of glasses
Yeah.
and silverware
Clank,
through the
clank,
whole
clank,
whole
clank.
thing, and then all of a sudden you'd hear like thunk. But we just kept on going.
the show must go on.
Yeah. I'd do anything for one kiss, anything. And then the paramedics would come and pull someone out.
Oh my
and we
God.
just-
And you would still be
Keep on going.
mid song.
I didn't have to do this also, but the other part of dinner theater is I was a kid, so I didn't have to, but the performers are the waiters. So they come serve dinner.
What?
Yes, the actors are the waiters. So they come serve dinner first, and then they go do the show.
So would you? No, you were a kid.
I was
So
a
you
kid.
didn't
I
have
didn't
to
have
serve
to do
theater.
that. But
Okay.
but all of my colleagues were also waiting tables sometimes during the show.
Were they making more than $10 an hour?
I think they were making $10 per show
Plus tips.
Plus
Plus
tips.
tips.
Okay,
I
well, there
didn't
we
get
are.
the tips. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I am.
Yeah, and if you were a lead, you got 20 a show.
Oh shit.
Yes.
I
Man, that must have really prepared you though for doing live shows. And when you're in front of I've done some theater, but when the theater is quiet and they're listening, I mean that's great. I can't imagine performing something.
people who
and
are genuinely
eating
not paying attention.
and not paying attention.
Yep.
But that must give you some freedom. You're like, fuck it. They're not
Pretty
really
much.
listening.
Pretty much.
It's dinner theater. Who gives
Pretty
a fuck?
much. I think we would count how many clinks we would hear during a song, and if the fewer the clinks, the better you did, because that means they were actually paying attention and not eating their mashed potatoes. By the way, we also got free food.
I went
Oh, that's clutch.
It was always the same meal every night.
It was?
Yep,
Was
because
it
it was
this-
like a buffet type.
Yeah.
Oh
scenario.
God.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh my God, incredible.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh.
It was fun though. There was other kids that would do these shows with me, and we'd play spin the bottle backstage.
Of
and
course.
One time at one of these dinner theater shows, it was a big deal. The girl from Small Wonder came to see our show.
Oh, what was her
yeah.
name?
She was in the audience, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, did you hear? The girl from Small Wonder is here."
Were you like,
we
shit,
were
maybe-
freaking out. We got to do a good show. She's a real Hollywood
She's a real
actress.
child
Show.
actress.
Yeah. We got to do good.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
maybe she'll put us in Small Wonder. Wow.
Yep.
So you stay in New York.
Yes, I went to New York. I did the show. I was never going to go back to public school life again.
Bless you.
Stayed at PCS, did other shows, did other off-Broadway shows, did mall shows, did the occasional commercial, did the occasional cabaret.
You did an occasional commercial, which we
Actually,
might need to
yes,
take a little bit of
we
a break.
do need to take a minute for.
Because you did a Pizza Hut commercial, which we have our Pizza Hut.
Our Pizza Hat.
Our Pizza Hat.
lamp.
So
Pizza
this
Hut?
is
Yeah, Pizza Hot. Yeah.
Wait, are we taking a commercial break, or are you showing my commercial?
well, we're showing
Both.
your commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
this is our commercial break.
Wow, what a
Incredible
vibe.
trick.
And if
Yeah,
that doesn't work,
That's it.
call cousin Norman.
That's it.
Can you still do that? Whoa!
That's pretty great.
Yeah, they hired me for this Pizza Hut commercial, and I was like, okay, what do I have to say? They were like, nothing. And I was like, okay, well, what do I do? Do I eat the pizza? And they're like, nope, you're not eating the pizza. And I was like, what am I doing? And they're like, well, the gist of the commercial is these cool kids are going to pizza. They want to go to Pizza Hut and if their mom won't let them, they're supposed to call cousin Norman, and he comes over and annoys them into going. And I was like, I'm cousin Norman? And they're like, yeah. So I was a total dork in these commercials, and I just made a bunch of faces and weird laughs.
So there were multiple of these?
Yes, I did a whole series of them. Yeah.
Oh,
it paid
my
for college.
I was about to say,
Really?
I bet that paid pretty well.
It
all
paid
things considered.
great. Yeah. You guys did commercials.
Oh yeah, tons.
We did do commercials.
The one thing I remember about it is if your commercial runs for a year, they renegotiate.
I don't remember that.
I can't tell
Yeah.
that.
So
I knew there's
you get a
regionals,
fee.
nationals. It depends on.
Mine was a national, and you get paid a certain amount every time it
National
runs.
is like,
But if it runs more than a year, they renegotiate, which is basically you get to ask for any amount that you want.
I don't remember that. I don't think I was ever.
It doesn't
on
happen to many commercials because most commercials they just play for 13 weeks and they're
Yeah,
done.
and they're done.
But mine ran for like 2 years.
Whoa!
And so I made a ton of money.
Yeah,
off.
you make money off commercials. They pay well for commercials because they know that you are not there for any other reason.
Paid for
'Cause
high
it's-
school and college.
There was, I think, one commercial I was in might have gone over a year, which I think it was a Peter Pan peanut butter commercial.
Okay.
With
Have we seen this on the show yet?
No,
I don't think so, but
It
it was
may-
with
maybe
the
lost to
guy.
time.
I want to say different strangers.
Wait, Perfect Strangers?
Perfect strangers.
Different Strokes?
Yeah, different strokes. Perfect. That's what I was getting mixed up with. Wait, this is it. I think this is it. Because it's in like a.
Mark Lynn Baker?
Yeah, that was me running in.
Oh wow.
What's his name?
Mark Lynn Baker?
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's him. From Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
That's not
remember
you.
there was a kid in this commercial. That's my sister.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There was a kid.
Oh, I remember that kid.
I remember.
Hey.
All I remember is that there was a kid, one of these kids in the episode, will not say which one, was still breastfeeding.
Wait,
I
those
remember.
were all 10 years old and above kids.
Correct.
You have to tell us which kid.
I can't. I
You
can't.
have to tell us which
But
kid.
I just
What
remember,
kid?
like, we took a break.
What?
My sister can tell this story too. The kid walked off set and we were like on break and everybody was like in the green room. And
Bitty?
he was like, Mom, I'm really thirsty. And she,
Oh, God.
and I remember being like, whoa!
I'm making that noise inside right now.
Yeah, he was still breastfeeding.
And perhaps still
and
to
mom
this
was
day.
just like, my mom was just like talking with everybody like it was no big deal, and he would like stop drinking and be like,
God.
yeah, no.
Oh God.
Anyway, that was a little bit of an offshoot.
All right, I'm gonna.
So,
Mom, I gotta go back on set. Keep it close, though. Keep it close.
yes. Oh God. All right.
Whoa.
So
Oh, ow! I'm gonna die.
that commercial
That was great.
paid for college.
It did.
So you go to college.
I went to college.
What did you
Yeah,
study?
I don't want to brag or anything, guys, but
I mean,
I went
You're
to
a smart
college.
guy. What did you study?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter.
We know that though.
And it didn't at the time because I wasn't there for that. I was there to be a normal kid.
Okay.
Like
in college.
I went to because I was such a weird kid, as you guys were.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to just have a normal kid experience because I had never done things like I had never sipped alcohol. I had never. I was always in shows. I had never really done homework.
So this is just a person. So at what point did you decide that the most normal child thing that you could do, or normal young adult thing, was to join an a cappella group?
Okay,
I'm kind of wondering.
Okay.
I'm wondering where that leap.
that is a very fair question. Okay, so I went to the University of Virginia, which is in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is in the sort of the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful, but there's no fancy city stuff nearby. There's no.
Which is, did you wanted that?
I wanted that. I just wanted
Okay.
to be a regular kid with other regular kids.
Yeah.
And that As
there's a
Taliesin-
lot of reflection of my own reality here. Of
As
like,
Taliesin
oh God.
is already picking up on, that normal kid thing lasted about 2.5 months before I was like, no, I
need to
think
perform.
I need to perform and I
we
need to
have
be
a lot in
special
common.
again.
Oh, this story is really hurting me on a fundamental level.
So I joined an a cappella group immediately, became the president of it immediately.
Where can I perform?
Yeah. And then I was special again.
So you joined an a cappella group.
Oh, there we go.
What is this?
Do you
This
not
is a-
remember this?
Oh, wait. I do remember
I remember this.
Okay, wait.
This made me so happy.
This is a reunion. This isn't when I was in college. This is years and years afterwards. Although I'm sure I can find some.
Oh, my God.
but yes, this is.
Did you love it?
It was the best. So at my school, I know it sounds super dorky, but a cappella groups at the time, it was very cool.
Very cool.
In fact, this is such a weird fact,
Let
but
it
the
happen.
movie Pitch Perfect
Yeah.
is weirdly based on a book. And it is a nonfiction book.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and it is written about 3 different a cappella groups, and one of them was at my college.
What?
Yes, it's Pitch Perfect is weirdly based on a true story, and it's a true story that happened at my college.
Okay, wait. So this was your 25th a cappella reunion, and you are front and center here.
Yes, because I'm special. I'm a special boy.
Were they like you're? They're like you are not like the most famous person of the group, so we're gonna have you be the lead.
No, I
in
mean I
this.
was like this in college.
You were like the main star of your a cappella group.
We all had solos, but I was pretty good.
I mean,
You were the-
I was
there's also-
a
You were the big cheese?
professional performer.
There's a lot of you. I mean, and that's a compliment. I mean, yeah, it's
There was
hard
usually when we would perform. This is a lot of people. When we would perform, there would be like 12 to 14 dudes, and somebody would sing, and I would sometimes get the solo. Oh my God, you guys!
yeah.
So embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. So how did you
You're
guys?
probably the only one making. Are you the only one making money off of singing now?
And no, there's one other person from that a cappella group that I know of is making money singing, and he's making money off of The Legend of Vox Machina. It's Peter Habib,
Oh well, okay.
Hey.
my brother-in-law,
That makes
who
sense.
does the music for The Legend of Vox Machina.
That is true.
So yes, for those who are don't listen to our D&D worlds and don't know about it,
Like you, Sam.
like
Yes.
you,
Yeah,
Sam.
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah. We all play D&D together. We all play a game, and
Not Peter though.
not Peter.
No.
And then from that game, wrote an animated series, and do that.
And
show,
also a Christmas album,
and a Christmas
which
album.
Which Peter
worked
also
on.
wrote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which Peter worked on quite a bit.
Wow.
I went to record at
bonkers.
his house
Yeah.
many times.
Yes.
Good times.
Yes, but
How
no,
wild.
I did get some like real kid experiences at college, and I got
What
to.
were your real kid experiences?
I mean, I just
like
hang-
getting drunk and like
Yeah, I got drunk. I got in a fist fight.
What?
Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Did
that.
you
That's
get
great.
hit?
I did.
Were you like, my director's done this to me before?
I've been hit before.
I know how to take a hit.
That's right. Yes, I had been training for it my whole life.
What made you? How did you get in the
God,
fight?
It's the
You
stupidest.
hit like a PA, you sad motherfucker.
It's the stupidest story. But this kid, oh God, it's so embarrassing. All of it is embarrassing. But he was going to sell me. He wanted to sell me Dave Matthews Band tickets.
I really thought you were going to say weed, and you somehow made it even weirder. Well done.
Me too.
I was really.
like, this is gonna be
I saw the W app. I thought it was going to be weed, and then you pivot so hard.
He said, "Do you want some Dave Matthews Band tickets?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, dude, for sure.
I mean,
And then he said, "Okay, I've got one." And I was like, "I can't do anything with one. I have a girl I want to take
Whoa.
to the concert." And he was like, "Okay, I'll see if I can get 2." And then weeks went
See
by.
if I could get 2.
I know it was a very hard concert to get because Dave Matthews, he's from Charlottesville, Virginia. He's from
Oh, so it was gonna be a madhouse.
Oh God, everybody, you guys know, you love Dave, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
such a fan
yeah,
of all the albums.
What's your
all of
favorite
them.
song?
crash into me.
Hey, you got it. That's good. What's yours, Taliesin?
Also crashed in.
I actually did used to fall asleep to that song. I'd put it on the CD player.
My favorite.
Because I did like the line where he
performer
goes, "Come on, do that little dance for me."
is- Yeah.
He's like, "Show me your underwear, do the little dance." I don't know. I liked it because I thought it was dirty. Okay. Anyway.
I mean,
Dave Matthews tickets.
So the night of the concert came, and this guy called me. He was like, "Guess what? I got a second ticket." And this was like an hour before the concert, and I was like, "Oh, dude, thank you, but there's no way I can go.
How do I even get there? Yeah.
It's an hour. I can't. Sorry, no." And he flipped out. He was like, "What? You owe me $100 now for these tickets." I was like, "No, I don't. What? This is crazy." And then we had this phone system where you could leave messages on each other's phones at college. He sent a broadcast message to basically the whole school saying that I was a liar and a thief. And
Whoa!
Wow.
yes. And then, God, it was so stupid. Then I went to the cafeteria and he was there with his goons. He had a bunch of goons because he was on the wrestling team. And they were like roughing me up at the cafeteria and spilling my food.
What?
And then I almost got in a fight right there. They were going to beat me up. But then
Were you scared?
the guys from the a cappella group came.
No.
And they were like, yo, Sam, are these guys bothering you? And I was like, yeah, they are. And we had like a standoff, a cappella versus wrestling.
No way.
Yes, it was great. And the situation was diffused. But then a week later, I was walking home from finals, and this guy, let's just call him Carter, because that was his name. And Carter was out on his balcony, and he was starting cursing at me, and then he came down and sort of like faced off with me in the quad.
Whoa!
And everybody was looking from their balconies. They were watching what was going to happen. And he came up to me, and we were like face to face, and he said to me, "Just let me punch you in the face once, and we'll call it even." And I was like, "No,
Absolutely not.
And he was like, "Okay." And then he sucker punched me in the face. And then everyone was watching, and I didn't know what to do. I was so stunned. And then he did it again. And I turned to my roommate, whose name was Dave, and he was a big, what frat was he? He was a frat guy. And he was like, "Kick his fucking ass, Sam." And so we fucking fought right
You
there in
did?
front of him. And I beat the shit out of him.
You did? Yes. Even
Yes.
though he was on the wrestling team?
He was smaller than me. I don't know what his weight class was.
He was smaller than me.
But I did that.
kicked his ass?
I did that hockey thing where you pull the shirt up. So
No, you did not.
So their hands are like caught and they can't fight back. And then I just punched him a bunch of times. And then
You fought like in a Disney show.
yes, and then I was scared that I was going to get in trouble. But then I remembered, no, I'm not. My RA is in my a cappella group.
Oh God!
Oh my God.
All of this.
So you found community with your a cappella group.
I sure did.
What a great story.
Ah, they're the best.
Your first cult. I'm so proud.
Yep.
Yes.
They were.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And now you guys are my a cappella group. Would you defend me at the cafeteria?
would
Actually,
Absolutely
yes,
defend
I would
you.
have absolutely like helped kick somebody's ass for that. That's just honestly.
I just
out
see
of
them
sheer
starting to
principle.
like beatbox
Yeah.
and like get ready for the fight at hand.
I would have gone like full.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a jet and shark in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
The best.
we'll probably wrap up here pretty soon, but there is a fun fact about you. Yes, you were a weird kid, but you also had something that I think many of us wanted.
Which was?
A race car bed.
I did. I did have a race car bed. Yes.
I can't believe that.
Technically, I still have one because my son sleeps in one. Still.
He does?
He's, oh no. He's 13.
That is still the appropriate age to enjoy a race car.
Absolutely it is.
I have no problem. If anything, that makes him cooler, which is
If they
impressive because he's a
made-
cool kid.
Is that like twin size?
It's a twin mattress, yeah.
If they made like a queen or a king size, if they made a California king size,
I would do a double-decker
get it.
school bus. Like, like it was school
That'd
bus
be
and like
cool.
the bottom. Yeah, like that would be fun. Or like I suppose like the red buses from London.
from London,
Yeah,
yeah.
the London red
I
bus.
had a big red race car bed. I put decals all over it. It was so cool.
What an asshole.
I feel like even in a movie I was in, the kid playing my brother had a race car bed and I didn't. And I do remember going, even in this pretend world, I'm still kind of getting like I'm still fucked. Like it's still shitty.
Sam, I feel like there's so
Yeah.
much more we could talk to you about.
I feel like I've just been talking about myself this whole time.
Well, that's
That's
what we
the
were here to.
point.
We
but
wanted
this
to-
show is called Weird Kids about you guys. It's
We've
not about me.
talked so much
Yeah,
about
we're bored
ourselves.
of ourselves.
We've
at this
told
point.
every single thing we can tell about ourselves.
And
at
it's
this
hard to
point.
get you to talk about stuff without like literally nailing you to a couch. And
We also do have you up on the wall.
We do.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, so we get to look
That
at
was
you.
one of my headshots.
Yeah, look at you.
You managed to pretend that you didn't read comic books for years. Like I knew you for years before your mother had to tell me that you read Fantastic Four.
I did. I love
And you
Fantastic
lied
Four.
to me. You lied to me
Wait,
for years.
why did you hide it? Why did you hide that you read comic books?
It's nerdy. I'm not a nerd.
So you would read them and then hide them if anybody would come over?
No, I collected them for a few years, and it was, but it was not something that other kids were particularly like. In high school, they weren't like jazzed
See,
about
if you
it.
if you had gone to Crossroads like a proper West Coast actor, then you would have found lots of comic book.
It was
readers.
weird at professional children's school. Even though it was a lot of theater kids and performing kids, I was still a loser. Like they were all cooler than me because they were on TV shows. I did theater, or a lot of the kids who went there were ballerinas or virtuoso violinists or pianists. Like they were all amazing, and I was just doing like off-Broadway shows and the occasional commercial and stuff. And
See, it's weird because there is like at least a certain point where it is like theater is like the mime work versus proper clown work, where it gets kind of shoved back there in this
Yeah.
like weird hierarchy that shouldn't exist in the first place.
Yeah.
But then you get to like Broadway and suddenly it somehow becomes a much bigger thing than all the kids who went to do
true.
ballet who only 30 people care about now.
That's
if
true.
It's
occasionally I
odd.
get to do fun things like the thing that we did together, where I came out and sang a song with you. The Earth Day song.
Oh my God, that's right. We should actually talk about that.
I don't know this. What?
Before we met playing D&D, we had, as child actors, did a...
It was an Earth Day benefit charity song called "Let It Be Earth Day Every
Every
Day."
Day.
Yes.
This is
And
very
there's
90s.
gotta be... I'm sure there's some stuff on YouTube about it, because
Sure.
I feel like you and I have found it.
It was a bunch of celebrity kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yes.
There we
And
go.
it was
It
like
was
We Are
like-
the World sort of a vibe, but with
Yes.
kids. And these were all kids from various
There
TV
we got
shows.
Anna
and-
Klumsky.
Yep. Still
Oh, wow.
famous.
Still famous.
Oh my God.
But Sam, you were the only one who could actually sing.
So the secret of the song was they hired all these LA movie stars and movie and TV stars. Hey, that's James Taylor's son.
It is?
Yeah.
well done.
Who's that?
These are all faces that are vaguely familiar that I
Yes.
either saw during work or not. It's very odd.
Anyway, they got all these TV and film people to come be the faces of this Earth Day song and have these beautiful tracking shots and panning shots.
But you're really singing.
But yes, they hired 4 kids from New York, me and 3 other people, to actually sing the song.
That's so funny.
More common than you'd think. I mean,
It's so common. So
I mean,
we're
like-
probably
Yes.
Sam and I are both
Yes.
in that.
Yes.
I think I still have that shirt somewhere.
Ashley is
I
somewhere
bet you do.
in the middle, and I am also somewhere in the middle.
Let it be Earth Day every day.
Yeah, and so I got to spend a weekend in LA meeting all these freaking famous actors. Look, she's from
Hey.
Roseanne.
Yes. Sarah Gilbert?
Yes.
yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Yes. And God, who else was there? Oh, wasn't Joey
Oh, there's my sister. There's Haley.
Joe
You know what's Joey Lawrence?
Joey Lawrence was there.
Oh Lord.
And then 4 random theater
Jenna
kids
Von
from
Oy from Blossom.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Plus 4 random
Jennifer Love
nobodies
Hewitt?
from New York, and that was me.
But you know what's funny? I didn't know that they had already recorded And so every time that we were singing in the group, I'm like, they're definitely using our voices.
Definitely not. It was me, doubled, tripled, and quadrupled because I could actually sing.
Oh no. Yeah, so we met and
Yeah.
we're stuffed into that room.
Yeah,
and
there's
I don't see us,
somewhere
though.
there are
I
higher
feel like-
resolution pictures, and
Yeah.
you can see us not together.
Brittany Murphy.
Brittany
Oh,
Murphy, the
Brittany.
late.
Yeah.
The late great.
I feel like there were two
Oh, that's
different.
Laura Bell Bundy.
Oh, we got a Candace Cameron.
Wow,
Yes.
I'm very impressed that you're pulling these names.
We got
out of the-
what's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, and
That's
her
what I get
name.
first.
Oh, wait, that's the guy
that
from
was
90210.
Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, Brian Austin Green.
Dang, look
Oh,
at
wait,
all.
is that Winnie from
all the stars?
what's it called? The Wonder Years.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
Danica McKellar.
Yeah.
Didn't she become like a math whiz?
yeah.
She became like a math
She
wizard.
does stuff every now and then, but yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think
so our
she's
paths
pieced
crossed.
out.
I don't think we actually spoke to each other that weekend.
No. How did we figure that out?
I don't know. How would that have ever come up in conversation?
I
Hey, by
know.
the way, just randomly, did you ever sing?
Did you ever sing? Yeah, were you ever?
Oh, yes, bottom
Oh,
left
there's-
is.
Wait, I'm not wearing. Oh, I am wearing a. What is this collar situation?
I mean, you definitely had a collar thing. Like
I did have a collar thing.
weird lacy collar
I did.
thing going on.
It was a weird thing.
It's
There
good.
she
It's good to
is.
have a yeah.
Oh, I'm singing my heart out, thinking that they're like gonna.
Yeah, those,
Oh, yeah.
Pick
those
me out for a
microphones
solo.
were not plugged in.
Oh my god! Amazing.
Yeah, in fact, I think after you guys all wrapped and went home, we stayed for another 3 or 4 hours.
Hey!
Oh no!
That delights me.
Oh my god. Wait, do we have any other pictures? Any other pictures or videos? Because I don't want to miss anything.
No, I feel like we
can
had
always
a
have me
treasure
back.
trove.
Well, we might have to.
there's
We've
more
really
Les Mis
been
stuff.
talking about.
Les Mis.
Oh, it's late news.
Yeah.
Look at what a great shot.
That's an amazing
Wait, can you
backstage.
zoom in on the counter? I want to see what you got going on.
all
over
about-
there.
I think
Wait, what
that's
are you
a stack-
reading?
I think
That's
looks like a stack of comic
that's
books.
a stack of comic books. for sure.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I had to find out that you read from your mother. Your mother had to tell me. that was.
Look at you.
It's opening night. I wore
Oh.
a suit and tie.
Oh, that's such a great
What a
suit.
buddy.
Oh, yep,
That's us signing in on the sign-in sheet.
Oh man.
amazing. Look at that hat.
What a tool.
Listen.
I don't know.
I think the one of me in the whites.
Oh,
Okay, that's.
what is this?
You finally found a picture where my immediate thought wasn't, I could fix him.
Oh,
That's so
Easter
cute.
Bunny.
That's me and Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no way.
I think I kissed her too. But
Tight.
Tight. Well
but
done.
not
Toy.
but it wasn't real.
No,
Go back to that picture of
Yeah.
Melissa Joan Hart. She was in love with the guy to her right, Richard Blake.
That's Richard Blake.
Yeah.
You were talking
and
about
she
before.
wanted to practice kissing before she actually kissed him
Oh,
for real.
honey.
So she
Oh, honey.
practiced on me
Oh, honey.
so that she could get it right with him.
Damn, that's so sad.
But it
I
still
was
counts.
a loser.
no,
counts.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like when a girl does that, because I feel like I don't know if I ever did that to anybody. Well, maybe I did.
That's a
probably did.
definite yes.
Yeah, but like you
All
do,
kissing is practicing.
Listen, you do that because you're like, well, maybe I want to kind of kiss this person too,
But I don't want to admit it.
but I don't want to admit it. But like maybe but maybe if you're like, well, I'll practice on this person and then go make out with this person.
I mean,
I think she wanted. I
to
think
be
she
fair,
wanted it.
I just talked to Melissa last week on the
And
phone.
was she like,
No,
we
but
should've-
we're still pals. So maybe there's something to that.
maybe there is.
Ooh,
There's
do you
still
think I still
time.
got a chance?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
no.
God, I could just keep asking you questions. How about
Yeah.
next time? What if we do a very special episode with you and Eden?
That would be amazing. But
Or it
wait,
could just
I
be
don't
Eden.
think this couch is big enough.
Well, maybe one day we'll get a bigger couch. I don't know. We fit.
We'll get
five
we'll get
people
the
on.
entire
yeah?
family. We'll get your entire family on.
yeah.
I actually
Oh
would.
yeah,
I
because we
would-
also should have your mom on too.
Oh my god.
That would be a good show.
like mom, kids,
All the
wife,
Riegels?
everybody.
She
Like
could
the
tell-
entire collection.
She could tell all the stories about all the other stage moms because there are some
Love stage moms.
crazy
Stage moms?
I
They're
have
crazy
I have
stage
moms.
spent hours talking to your mother. Your mother is a bloody delight. I love your mother.
She's amazing.
I don't even know. You guys have stage mother stories that I haven't heard.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I should
yeah.
start listening
you've
to
met
this
my
show.
mom. No, you're
in
fine.
time.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've met each other's moms at this point. I think all of us have
Yes,
met each
we've
other's
met each
moms.
other's moms.
So we all
met
kind
each
of know what's wrong with us now.
Yeah. God, well, this was just a joy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, do you want to try to give this a go again to take us out?
Yep.
All right.
I'll try again.
I don't really know if you need to use that, but it helps.
It really brings the vibe.
Okay.
That or you're trying to like sing rap down a plane that's trying to. There we go. No.
There's no downbeat.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're going to see if we can find something.
Make it work.
Hit program and then the 4 buttons.
What have you done?
I'm going to find something. Such a terrible name.
This is my favorite thing is watching Ashley try and make a machine work, especially if the machine is Dayglow green and
Button and then any 4 numbers.
What's the program?
it's the one
Demo?
Demo.
Let's do that.
That's it. That's a beat. Does it change?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Okay. It's me and Taliesin and Ashley. We are rapping and we are
R3.
R3. Yeah, we just did an episode of Weird Kids. It was fun and flip your lid.
Yes!
Terrible.
Incredible.
Oh, nice.
I don't even understand. This thing's insane. It looks like somebody with a
man.
thumbs up.
Well, Sam, this was great.
This was ridiculous and wonderful.
Thanks for joining us.
Am I
Have
part of the
you-
show now?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, that's
You've
great.
always
You
been
are.
a part of the show, and now you're even more a part of the show.
There's so much we didn't get to talk to you. We love you so much.
Love you too.
I think you are. I think the
You're
world
my
of you.
acapella group now.
We're an acapella group.
We're
Let's
your
try to do
we're
it.
your backup
Let's do a
singers.
3-part harmony.
Okay. You want to start?
Who's doing the main melody?
We're so
Okay, wait.
great.
Just
Ready?
hold a note. Just say go.
And we'll go out on the note.
Yeah, maybe say goodbye. Or how do you sign off on this show?
Let's go. Well, okay. How do we sign off?
Awkwardly. We sign off awkwardly.
Hey,
Just
thank
Weird
you all
Kids.
so much.
Weird kids.
Thank you, everyone.
Weird kids.
Bye bye.
Some very important weird information for all of our weird kids. Our new episodes are now starting to release exclusively on beacon.tv. That's right, every Tuesday.
So we are still releasing the final Weird Kids episodes from 2025 every Tuesday on our Weird Kids YouTube channel and on podcast platforms. But our new episodes are exclusively only on beacon.tv.
Beacon.